Hi guys, 18 Dapper here and welcome to this match preview. It's Charlton versus Doncaster Rovers at the Valley this Saturday. Let's get the video started. So guys, welcome to this match preview, Saturday the 19th of September at the Valley. Charlton versus Doncaster Rovers in the second league game of the season. If you're an existing subscriber, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please click that subscribe button so you don't miss anything that gets uploaded. If you are new, this is a format that we go with in match previews. We'll look at the previous meetings, we'll look at the current form for both clubs, a player focus for Doncaster Rovers. I do a little kind of look on the opponent, when they're founded, manager, etc. and the one to watch for me for the opponent. And then me and the family have got Predictions League at the very end, so we'll go through that and my score prediction for the game finishes it off. So without further ado, let's get into previous meetings. Donny and Charlton have played each other 15 times in total in their history. Rovers have come out on top on 5 occasions. We've shared the spoils twice and Charlton have the edge with 8 wins out of the 15. Looking back at the last 5 games that the two clubs have faced each other, it was all in the 18-19 season, played each other 5 times in that season. The first one in November was at the Valley where the Rovers got beat 2-0. And then a month later we drew them in the FA Cup, again at the Valley. Rovers came out on top 2-0 that time, and that led to a decent cup run. 5th round we got to in the 18-19 season, so Charlton helped us on the way with that. And then the return fixture in the league at the Keepmoat was a 1-1 draw, and then we faced off in the playoffs in the semi-final where we just weren't at the races. In the first game, unfortunately, getting beat 2-1, a Matty Blair goal near the very end kept us in that tie. And then the semi-final at the Valley, still in the memory for positive reasons and negative reasons. More positive, I think, for Charlton fans. But in terms of a performance from the Rovers, it was absolutely fantastic. Winning the game 3-2 after extra time, winning 2-1 during the normal time. I think that season Charlton hadn't been beaten at home in the league all season, so we were the first to do that. And then obviously the FA Cup that season as well. But unfortunately, we didn't go to Wembley. Charlton were the ones who went to Wembley and went up, beating us on penalties. Still hurts. But they had a season in the Championship, and unfortunately for them, we all know how the season ended, and Charlton find themselves back in League One. So hopefully a little bit of revenge or redemption for that playoff semi-final coming on Saturday, we will see. Current form. Again, it's quite difficult to kind of look at current form in sort of any detail, especially with the pre-season and how the close season has been. But for us, we have drawn 2, won 2 and lost 1 of our last 5 games. Three of those 5 have been competitive games, either cup or league games. And Charlton currently 3 defeats and 2 wins. So our final draw came in the league against MK Dons on Saturday, and Charlton have since played a cup game mid-week. So even with an embargo, Charlton have added to a depleted squad this summer, and I think they've added really well with Connor Washington and Alex Gilby. And for me, those 2 players should fit into Lee Bowyer's style of play really well. He likes to play 2 up top and fluid passing football, which Gilby is very good at. Charlton started the season well with a win against newly promoted Crewe, 2-0 on Saturday, but then midweek I mentioned that they played in the Carabao Cup at West Ham, and unfortunately in the second round Charlton got beat 3-0. But looking at the squad, they look like they rested a few key players. Washington, Gilby, Forster-Caskey all on the bench on Tuesday night, but 3-0 defeat out of the cup, maybe a blessing in disguise. Let me know, Charlton fans, in the comments down below. But for me, could that extra gain can go one or two ways. it's either going to add match fitness, so they're going to be a little bit sharper on Saturday, or could it give Donny the edge with the fitness level, having games so close together after such a long break? We will see on Saturday. For Donny, tough start to take, but for me there was promising moments within the game. A late goal from MK Dons stopping us taking the 3 points, but in all fairness, don't think we deserved the 3 points. MK Dons, the much better team in the first half, and the much better team in the last 5 or 10 minutes of the second half as well. So yeah, got away with a point there, in my opinion, even though we're at home. Potentially that could be the new guys coming in and gelling a little bit, getting used to the style of play, and some of them are fairly young, quite young lads, so they could be getting used to the speed and the physicality of the game at this level. So hopefully it all starts coming together over the next few weeks. But yeah, I think we robbed a point. Maybe not robbed a point, but got away with a point. I think if MK Dons had gone away with nothing, they could have felt very aggrieved. As I just mentioned, we've had a full week's rest and recovery and preparation for this game on Saturday. Could that tip the balance in our favour? I'm not sure, because in the news recently, fans are back in the ground, potentially a pilot at the Valley, 1,000 home fans in the ground. So could that tip the balance in Charlton's favour? So much going on in this game, with fitness, fans in the ground, etc. But as I mentioned, new additions, they look like they're settling in well, starting to gel. Hopefully over the next couple of weeks we start to see more of their abilities shining through. And talking about one of the new signings, he is the player focus. I have gone with Ray Tulloch this week. Brought him in on loan from West Brom. Darren Moore knows him very well from his time at the Hawthorns, and this guy's been linked with Sancho Hudson-Odoi, with his style of play. Maybe not quite as good as those guys, but in terms of his pace, his ability, his quick feet, and just kind of the style of play that he does, he's been linked with those guys, and some of that came through on Saturday. Did look strong, tricky, quick. So hopefully getting him in behind some defences this season will be the key. And he's quite a versatile player as well. Plays up top or in the number 9 role or on the wing. So we could see him kind of rotating around with some of the other players over the coming weeks. But yeah, looked very promising on Saturday. Looking forward to seeing a bit more of Ray over the next couple of weeks. Moving on to the opponent, Charlton Athletic. They were founded in 1905. Already mentioned Lee Bowyer earlier in the video. I like him as a manager, very good manager. I like his style of play. As I said, passing, fluid football with 2 up top. I do like to see 2 strikers. Causes defences a heap of trouble, so I'm expecting that on Saturday. Some of the major honours that Charlton have got: FA Cup winners in 1947, Division 1 champions in the 1999-2000 season, and League 1 champions in the 2011-2012 season. So I've already mentioned Washington and Gilby as key players for Charlton, but for me the one to watch if he plays is Jake Forster-Caskey. A very, very good player, versatile, can play at the back, can play in the midfield, and he can kind of dictate the pace of a game. So if we shut him out and stop the ball from getting to him, or at least closing down when he's got the ball, we could have a chance of causing a bit of bother for Charlton at home on Saturday. But for me, if he's on the ball and doing what he can do, we could be in quite a bit of bother. Very good player, Forster-Caskey. So he's one to watch for me for Charlton. Moving on to the Predictions League table. My dad will like this. He's top of the pile with 1 point. So Chris, Max and myself all went with Rovers wins 2-1 on Saturday. Finished 1-1. My dad went a little bit more conservative. He went with a 2-2 draw, which gives him 1 point. If you are new to the channel, the way that we work this, if we get the scoreline spot on, we get 3 points. If we get the result right but not the scoreline, we get 1. And then if we get it incorrect, we get no points. And then there's a trophy to play for at the end of the season. So Currently, Dad's leading the way, but there's plenty of time to go. Which leads me on to my score prediction, and originally I had it down as a draw. I think it's going to be a tight game, it's going to be a cagey game, but since the news came out about fans being back in the ground, I think that will tip the balance in Charlton's favour, and I've gone with a 2-1 Charlton win. Don't like saying that, but that's what I think is going to happen. Hopefully not. Hopefully we get our first 3 points of the season, but we will see on Saturday. If you've enjoyed this video, stick a big thumbs up on it for us please, comment in the section down below, subscribe if you haven't already. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.